running an Age of Sigmar campaign. I hope this video will be useful for a lot of you, especially if you have a local gaming club with there are a lot of people that maybe used to play fantasy, but now they played other games and maybe they never get into Age of Sigmar properly. You know that Age of Sigmar is an amazing game, but they don't for a different reasons. Maybe because they just played one or two game with 2000 points and it didn't came out as they thought the game were, and or maybe just because they are a bit lazy people, or maybe because they started other games because they didn't have the points, stuff like that. Or in general, if you have a gaming club where there are a lot of people that play Age of Sigmar and you would like to run an Age of Sigmar campaign and you've never done it, or even if you have done it and you want just to hear a story about a guy that never done it before and to see how he did it, this is what I'm going to talk about. That is a couple of months that I'm in this new gaming club here in Italy, and I met a lot of new people. I thought that roughly four of them had miniature to play with Age of Sigmar. I play with them and everything, and I decided to run an Age of Sigmar campaign. Now, before getting into the detail, a few considerations about my local gaming club. Not all the people are there every Friday. This means that I need to write a campaign that is flexible so that different people can play. The person that are there every Friday or the person that are there only a couple of Fridays per month. A lot of people didn't play a lot Age of Sigmar before this campaign. And even if they have a lot of models from fantasy and they would love to play huge games, I don't think it's the right way to go because to learn Age of Sigmar, I think everyone should start from a smaller game. Play small game and the game is amazing. Age of Sigmar is perfect to play really small game. And this is what I'm going to do. Also because in this way, I know that the game are going to be fast. I can create a lot of different battle plan, a lot of different story, and also the people that actually can play every time a game of 5 hours or 3 hours, they can still play that game in an hour and a half. So small game. Also because if there are people that want to create a new army, or they want to start Age of Sigmar, and this is an excuse to start a new army, or if they want they have just a few models of something, they can use them in this campaign. And finally, for me, it's important that all the three aspects of the hobby uh, are inside this campaign. And I'm talking about narrative, I'm talking about the painting and building of the model, and I'm talking about the gaming itself. So there is not just a campaign regarding one point. I call it a narrative Age of Sigmar campaign mainly because I don't want all the players to focus too much into the game. What I want to teach them is how a wargaming can be played in a 360 degrees, so you will enjoy much more uh, playing this campaign if you don't look only at the single game that you're going to play, but if you look at as a whole, so with the narrative around and with the hobby aspect around. I'm so excited about this campaign. It's gonna take 3 months. At the end of the third month, the player that has more campaign point is going to win the campaign. But let's go into a bit more detail. The first way to gain campaign point is through the painting. I create a table where I divided the unit mainly in 6 categories: light cavalry, heavy cavalry, light infantry, heavy infantry, and character with more than 7 wounds and less than 7 wounds. And then for based on the advancement that there is in the painting, so if you are the base color, if you have the finish all the model, and if you've done also the base of the model, you have different point per each model. And this is going to be roughly 10 campaign point per each month if you paint a unit every month. The second way to gain campaign point is through the narrative. At the end of each month, the players that want can write a short or long story regarding their heroes and what they've done and how beautiful they are. And if they do it, they gain 5 campaign points. The third way to win a campaign point is through gaming itself. I based on the map campaign, that is the general handbook, and I have 4 territories at the moment that they created with their own singular rules. And at the end of every month, the player that is going to win more game in that terrain are going to win 10 campaign points. At the beginning of each game, the player will choose in which territory they are going to play. I did also write the rules for each single territories so that they can, based on where you are playing, you will play a different game. So each of them have a special rule that helps the allegiances, and then each of them has an artifact. So the player that at the end of the month will conquer the territories for the month later will have a special ability that is basically that comes from the artifact that he found in that place. And then there is also a terrain features with its own rules that represent again what the terrain are. And I'm hoping that with this system, the player will have a lot of different game, not only based on the scenario, but also based on the terrain. Talking about the scenario, my plan is to have a different scenario per each game that I'm going to play. The campaign are going to be 3 months, as I said, and the player can play only 4 game, maximum of 4 game each month. So that usually a couple of game of Age of Sigmar should be okay because the starting point are 400. So 400 points the first month, and then the 600, and then 800 for the third month. So unit are going to be added in your warband, because basically what it is that your general are going around trying to conquer as much territory as he can, and also trying to have more people that follow him. I'm not excluding to increase eventually the point or increase the number of territory that I have, just to make more excitement in the campaign. But at the moment I have 4 territories, and I'm writing quite a lot of battle plan. I think that I wrote 9 till now, so that the player can have every single time a different battle plan, and also most of the time in a different field. They will choose where they want to go to conquer. And the last way to gain camping points is through special mission, I will call it. So the organizer are thinking to add some specific mission for each player, so that during the game, or maybe also some painting goal, especially during a mission, if they also achieve something that only they can do, they will also gain extra campaign point. I'm also using this one as a special way to eventually balance the campaign and eventually help people that are need help from the organizer. Now, I will explain the different rules of different territories and all the different battle plan that I've made and I'm going to make in a few videos. Also because I'm going to do probably a weekly video regarding how is going the campaign that is going to start this Friday. But the thing that is really cool is because that I put a lot of effort on trying to make this campaign um, really nice, because I really hope that the person and the people that are in my gaming club will appreciate Age of Sigmar, so that there there is going to be a lot of people that play with this game, and you know the community will grow in this way. Uh, And already now, because we have a forum where I put the document that I've done, basically are 7 pages with all the different rules and setting, and is also graphically alright, I would say. Um, I thought more than me and other probably four or maximum five people were going to join the campaign, and at the moment there are 10 people that subscribe for this campaign, and I'm really really happy about it. I'm also a bit nervous because I hope I will be able to do it, because this is actually the first time that I run a campaign in all my life, and I'm actually they for sure have much more experience. So I'm a kind of new person that are coming the club and really want to play the Sigmar, that are asking for play a campaign, and now a lot of people, 10 people, subscribe for this campaign. I didn't even know that the club was that big. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you in the next video.